Hi, it's Lindy from Lovely Villain Designs. I'd like to do a quick flip through of a journal that I made for commission. The journal base was 3 envelopes, 3 large, like greeting card size envelopes that I coffee dyed and then stuck together, and I'll show you where they are in the journal. So, and I have an attached cloth closure here. So let me open it up. Actually, now that I think about it, I may add a book plate here to the front cover. I probably will do that. I like to do that. So that will be done before I ship. And what we have here is a junk mail envelope that I put a pocket on the front, like a little journaling tag. And then inside the envelope, I cut open the end of the envelope and put another journaling card in there with a tab to make it easy to pull in and out, and to make it obvious that it should be pulled in and out. So that sticks right in there. The recipient has a music background, so I try to include some extra bits of music in this, which I love to do. I like to use vintage sheet music and hymnals and that sort of thing. So here is one of the pieces of sheet music. Then we have, let me make sure we're still in frame. I think we're going to be good. I think I've got it set up. Okay. We have a flip out here, so I put a cluster here. And then this flips out with some journaling space. Another flip out here with a couple of pockets with journaling tags in the pockets. And then on this other side of the flip out is another journaling card with a tab, and this one has a pocket on it with another journaling tag. That goes right in this little side pocket here. Then I had a cut-off piece of the printable kit that I used as kind of an inspiration for the whole journal. And by the way, the kit was from Pink Monarch prints. The name of the collection is escaping me at the moment. It'll come to me in a minute probably. But so this was a cutoff that I put in, a small pocket here, a larger pocket here with tags in them. More music. And this journal, by the way, has 2 hand-stitched signatures. So this is the middle of the first signature and I did a 3-hole pamphlet stitch in the 2. This is the other side of this cutoff, and I just did a little tag here. Space for journaling. I left quite a bit of space for journaling in this one. The other side of the music, the sheet music, and then the other side of the junk mail. And I have a piece of cloth that I rubber stamped a heart onto, and I made a little bow and attached that here with 2 grommets. And this would be suitable for more journaling. Journaling space, more space, some lace on the edging. Then, okay, we actually have arrived, I believe, we've arrived at the second signature. So this was one of the original envelopes that is the base of the journal. And so on this side, I have another flip out. It goes this way with some space for journaling on the book page. I used a book page to make a flip out, and I reinforced it with scraps from the Printables. This was some painty paper that I made a couple years ago, and I thought the colors went well with it, so I included that. This is a pocket Also reinforced pocket with some journaling paper, another tag, and then this whole thing is, I hope you can see that, is a whole flip out. So this flips open, more pockets here and here, and one more pocket on the back. And behind each thing that I pull out, there's space for journaling if you want. So there's that. More music paper. Some, I believe this was, tea dye paper that we did on a patterned rack. So there's that. This is a bit of player piano roll that I got from a thrift store. So, and I've tried to reinforce this where I stitched it into the signature because it's a little fragile, and right where I wanted to fold it into the signature would have been extra fragile and it would have just ripped. So some player piano roll. The other part of music from, I believe, from the other signature. I tried to include the complete songs for all of the music that I included in here. Pretty sure I was able to do that. The center of the second signature, more space for journaling, and this with this coffee dyed paper. And by the way, the coffee dyed, if you're not familiar, it's just a way to add some faux aging to things. And one of the reasons that I like the way it looks, but I also really like the way it sounds. It makes your paper nice and crinkly. So there you go. Here I did another flip out with an extra envelope. This was not part of the original base. This was one of the envelopes that I had. I coffee dyed multiple ones because I wasn't sure how well they would turn out, and sometimes they want to come unglued, and sometimes they rip because obviously when you're coffee dyeing something, it can get wet and the paper tears a little easily. So I had done extras, so I thought, well, I will just use this one because I like the pattern that came on it. I decided I would use this one as a flip out. So this has some extra paper for journaling tucked in there to that little pocket. On this side, we have a double layered pocket with space with a pocket here and a pocket here. And I used a recycled tea bag for the backing of this with some cheesecloth that I also kind of grunged up a little bit. And again, there's lots of space for journaling. I don't know if the recipient of this is someone who will enjoy journaling, but just in case, I thought it would be a good idea to include extra space because some people really love that. So there's that flip out. The other side of the player piano paper. And this is just repeating what was in the other part on the other side. These obviously folded over in the signature. Music paper. And then the other side of the painty paper I reinforced that on both sides with a piece of the coffee dyed paper. And here I have a belly band with journaling card that slides right in there. And then the back cover, I signed it and dated it, and I have some extra pieces of journaling paper stuck in that little pocket. And that is it. There's the back cover. There's lace on the edges on the front and the back. So there it is, and it just ties closed. Just like that. And there you have it. So that's the commission piece. I hope the recipient will enjoy it. I hope she'll watch this video. I'll have to make sure that I give the gifter a link so that she can share that as well. So actually, you know what I'll do? I always put I always try to remember to put a "what is this journal" kind of piece of paper in with the journal so that people can, because not everyone even knows what junk journals are. So a little explanation. What I'll do, I don't know why I didn't remember this, I will include a link on that description, that information page, so that the recipient will have access to that link. Okay, there it is. As always, if you have any questions about anything you see in this video, or if you want to contact us for a commissioned junk journal piece, we'd be happy to talk to you. We hope you will like, comment, and subscribe. And please consider following us on various social media accounts. And we have a brand new website that I'm building. It has a lot of information already, and it has a working blog, which is functioning as our like a newsletter, an email newsletter kind of mailing list, where you can sign up and you can subscribe to the posts when I post things. I don't spam it, and I'm just trying to get some information out there for anybody who's interested. So thank you very much. We appreciate your friendship and your watching, and we will see you in the next video.